Hello everyone, welcome to a conversation with Bangladesh. বছরের প্রথম বাংলাদেশের সাথে আড্ডা অনুষ্ঠানে সবাইকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি। অনেক বিপত্তি, অনেক সীমাবদ্ধতা সত্ত্বেও বাংলাদেশ কিন্তু এগিয়ে যাচ্ছে। এর কারণ এর অংশীদার হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশের তরুণরা, আর বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়নে আরো ভূমিকা রাখতে পারে পুরো পৃথিবীতে ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে থাকা প্রবাসী বাংলাদেশিরা। দর্শক, এটাই আজকে আমাদের আড্ডা টপিক, এটা নিয়ে আমরা ডিসকাশন করব। And to discuss this issue, we have a very special guest here with us, U.S. Ambassador to Bangladesh, Ambassador Dan Mozena. Sir, welcome to a conversation with Bangladesh.
Oh, thank you very much, Sabir. I really like the topic we're going to discuss today. I think we'll have a very good discussion.
Yes, sir, we are looking forward to it. আর দর্শক, এই ডিসকাশনে অংশ নিচ্ছে আমাদের সাথে we have distinguished guests with us. It is my great pleasure to introduce you with our guests today. Mr. Shameem, serial entrepreneur. His company's got acquired by AOL. He's also a venture capitalist for a large U.S. venture fund. We have Mr. Shameem Ahsan. He owns an e-commerce company, Akhoni.com, and he's also the president of Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services, BASIS. We have Maimuna Ahmed, the founder of Teach for Bangladesh. And we have Adnan Mahmood. He is the founder of Jolkona and also started this new venture called Live Bangla. A warm welcome to you all.
Pleasure.
And welcome to a conversation with Bangladesh. Sir, let's start, address the topic that is on everyone's mind right now. The elections, the recent parliamentary election. What is the United States position on this election?
Well, Sabir, that's the perfect way to start because, as you said, it's what everyone is talking about. Our view is that the elections are disappointing. I had hoped that these elections would be a chance for Bangladesh to have free, fair, and credible elections, credible in the eyes of the Bangladeshi people. But as you know, and as our viewers know, at the end of the day, over half of the seats were uncontested, and most of the rest of the seats actually had only token opposition. And so in our view, the results of these elections really aren't a credible reflection of the will of the Bangladeshi people. So we have reached out, and I've done this personally, reached out to the ruling party, reached out to the main opposition party, and calling for them to engage immediately in dialogue, to find a way forward to hold elections as soon as possible, elections that are free, elections that are fair, elections that are credible. And in the meantime, the rest of my message has been very clear that violence is not acceptable, is not part of the democratic process, and must stop now. Especially the violence that we've been seeing in recent days against the ethnic and the religious minorities, the Hindu communities especially. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And we've also conveyed to the ruling party that it must provide space. It must provide political space to the opposition to hold a rally, to have a procession, to do a human chain. That it should not close off the offices of the opposition. And it really should release from jail those leaders of the opposition who are imprisoned. And we say to the opposition that you, the opposition, you have a responsibility to use this political space peacefully and freely. So that's where we are on this, and I commit myself, I commit America to do everything we can to support the democratic process, and we will never diminish our commitment to supporting the people of Bangladesh.
Yes, sir, and despite all these challenges, the country has a lot to be optimistic about, and a lot of this progress is being led by our young entrepreneurs. There's a strong, robust entrepreneurship culture here. Sir, the economy is growing. We have achieved we are achieving the Millennium Development Goals, And so, sir, what's your thought on this? The country is, despite all these challenges, the country is progressing.
Oh my goodness. Despite the political situation, as you said, this country is amazing. This is a rich country. And sometimes I think Bangladeshis get confused and they think of Bangladesh as a poor country. This is not a poor country. I have traveled this country from one end to another. I like to say from Sylhet to Shakira, from Tetulia to Teknaf. And everywhere I go, I see the richness of this country. And I see the rich soil, the ample water, the climate that allows 3 growing seasons, and the coal, and the natural gas, and the fish, and so much wealth here. And most especially the people of Bangladesh, who are the most energetic, dynamic, creative, entrepreneurial, resilient people I know.
I would like to now hear from Mr. Shaukat Shameem. Do you think that you have run big companies in the US? Do you think like we have the congenial environment for entrepreneurship here in Bangladesh?
Not yet, but that's good. That's the start. We're at the beginning. Actually, I will go one step forward. I will guarantee we're going to be the next superpower. I guarantee it. Write it down. It may take little long. It may take 5 years, 10 years. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen for very simple reasons. Just look at the positive signals, okay? I have seen my friends recently, in last 10 days, and I don't visit this country that often, despite all the political unrest, the strikes and the blockades, all this stuff, they're actually talking to me about new businesses. No, I haven't seen that anywhere else in the world. I know businessmen from all over the world. I haven't seen optimism like this anywhere else. Now, I think the IT industry here, though, is lagging behind this. But we'll get there, right? Our banks are getting stronger. People are still doing business. If you can do business in, crossing this traffic jam and this, unrest, God, you can do business anywhere in the world, right? You have a very strong local market, very strong local market. We are, you said, most densely populated, right? I don't look at it that way. I look at like opportunities everywhere, right? You just have to figure out, don't think about building IBMs here. That's not going to work. But if you can address the bottom of the pyramid, man, this is gold mine. And I was extremely reluctant for the last 15 years to personally do things here. I couldn't resist myself. I'm doing something here. That is just amazing. I'm just so optimistic about the progress. Next 5 years, going to redefine our country.
Very well said. And Shaukat Bhai mentioned about IT. Do you think, Shameem Bhai, you're working in the IT sector, you're the president of BASIS, that IT is the next big thing for Bangladesh? It's the sector that we should concentrate now.
Absolutely. See, despite of all the political violences and challenges, this sector has a growth more than 50% for last few years. But if we didn't have that kind of violence and challenges, it could have been 100%, 200%. So last year we had $100 million of export, and we are expecting it's going to be $1 billion in next 5 years.
Is it good enough to be a market leader, global market leader, or a regional leader?
So already in like freelancing, in Odesk, freelancer.com, Dhaka is one of the top 5 cities in the world. And like our freelancers, we have 40,000 freelancers, and they have earned $40 million US in last 1 year. So we have more than 30 million people who are in the education system right now, primary, secondary, tertiary, and it's going to